welcome to another episode of Chin Chin at Vincent Cho's Gourmet Market. We have their award-winning sommelier, Ted Ross, with us as always. And Ted, it's the holiday season. I notice you have quite a selection of bubbly here. Tell me about it a little bit.
Yeah, we've got some great stuff. What better way to start the holidays than with some fine bubbly, right?
There is no better way.
There's no better way. So let's get this party started the right way by opening some.
I like the sound
We've got
of that.
some Louis Roeder Brut Premier, non-vintage Brut. This is champagne, and we'll talk about that a little later as to the differences between champagne and sparkling wine.
Yeah, as for right now, I think we just need to get it popped and let's taste it up.
So as you can see, I'm keeping my finger on here as I'm undoing this cage, or as the French call it, the micellet. Just keeping sure that this cork doesn't fly out of here unexpectedly, right? This product is under a lot of pressure, so we're gonna be safety.
Do I need to get my goggles from home?
No, I think we'll be all right. I think I got this. So, as you sometimes see in the movies and after a race or a golf tournament or whatever, we're not going to shoot this cork up into the air and spray it all over the place. We're going to try to keep all the carbon dioxide that's in here in this liquid by slowly turning the cork. And if I do this perfectly, you're not even going to hear it open. It's going to be just a nice.
I didn't hear it.
I
didn't hear anything.
Right. So, champagne comes from a very special place in the northeast of France, for you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
About 90 miles east of Paris. And this region has very strict requirements as to how this fine beverage is produced. There are some grape varietals that are permitted to be grown there to make this product. The most important are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier, with a couple of others that sometimes play a really small role, but let's focus on those.
Right.
So this is Louis Roeder's Brut Premier, non-vintage, and it's just an excellent value and excellent introduction to real French champagne. It's done in a Brut style, which means that it's considered dry. It's going to have less than about 3 grams of sugar per liter.
Perfect.
It's clean, crisp, perfect with like oysters or salty, briny things, or real creamy, fatty things like brie. So let's have a sip. See what you think. Chin chin.
That's right, chin chin. Very smooth.
It's a classic.
Oh yeah.
And just evaporates. I mean, couldn't you just drink that all day long and have a great Christmas?
I say, leave work and take down a bottle of this. Sounds good to me.
There you go. So let's talk about the differences. What's champagne, what's sparkling wine? So all champagne is sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wine is champagne.
Okay.
Champagne has to be produced in that special region of Champagne. But we've got some other examples here of sparkling wines made around the world, and a lot of other places do sparkling wine. These two are made in Michigan by M. Lawrence. I've got Fizz in Detroit here, really cool stuff. This is Prosecco, made in the north of Italy in Valdobbiadene, Conegliano, and this is made out of a grape called Glera. I've got a sparkling Moscato from Italy as well.
This one looks a lot like
really
Christmas.
Festive. Yeah. So there's a lot of different styles.
So Ted, one of my personal favorites has always been Asti.
Yeah.
Is this a good champagne?
Well, it's a good sparkling wine, but like we said, it's not champagne. It's not from the right region to produce the real deal. It's from the Asti region. Asti, as most people think, does not mean bubbles. Asti is a place near Turin in the north of Italy, and this particular wine is made out of Moscato grapes. So the spumanti in the word Asti, in the term Asti Spumanti, is where they're describing the bubbles in the beverage. This is really sweet, really aromatic, inexpensive, and very, very popular. Totally different than the Roeder we're drinking.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it does taste a little bit different than what I'm used to with this.
Yeah. Let's talk about other regions. This is Cava from Spain, from the Barcelona-ish sort of area, eastern Spain, and these guys do really traditional made sparkling wines as well, but they tend to represent some of the best values in the category. This one is made out of Macabeo and Xarello, two Spanish varietals, and it's made in the traditional way, and by that I mean it undergoes a fermentation in the bottle. The carbonation that you see in here or in here is actually naturally produced. It's not CO2 that's injected in there like like in a soft drink or in a Charmat method, inexpensive sparkling wine. As fermentation is going and yeast is eating the natural sugars in these grapes, it's releasing carbon dioxide. So in normal winemaking, we would let that go. In Champagne, they're going to trap that in there and let the CO2 infuse naturally into the liquid. So you get this nice, beautiful carbonation. It's really the most elegant way and the best way to produce sparkling wine.
Almost looks very classy.
Yeah. It is time consuming and expensive, but it's the real deal. Another one of my favorite styles of sparkling wine is French. It's not from Champagne, it's from the south in the Rhone region, southeastern part of France, from a little place called Die, right here. Claret de Die is the name of the sparkling wine produced in this region. This one's made out of muscat. You're going to get off-dry flavors, so a little bit of sweetness on the front, and it's nice and crisp on the finish. Really, really nice aromatics. Just a crowd-pleasing style. Not quite as sweet as the Asti that you've enjoyed. Definitely not as dry as this. So if you've got a group of people coming and you really don't know what everyone's preferences are, maybe you're not worried about what kind of food you're pairing with it or anything, Claret de Die is always one of my
right in the middle.
favorites. Yeah, right in the middle. Awesome stuff.
Excellent.
I've got a couple others up here. This is a producer, Brut, out of New Mexico, actually, of all places.
Yeah, I didn't know they had any wine or champagne business going on.
They do. They make some great sparkling wines down there. High elevation, cool climate region that New Mexico has really promotes high acid fruit that makes great sparkling wine.
Excellent.
So those are two of my favorites as well. A couple of terms on here we could talk about. Blanc de Noir and Brut Rosé. Blanc de Noir.
White something.
The white of red.
Oh. Okay.
So this sparkling wine's made out of all red varietals, but the pigment in the skins of those grapes is not allowed to infuse into that liquid at all. So the juice is completely clear, but you do get a little more backbone and a little more power than you would out of, say, a Blanc de Blanc, which is the white of the white, sparkling wine made out of all white grape varietals. Rosé is a style that tends to have a little pinkish hue to it, and the winemaker has a couple ways as to how they want to accomplish that. One way is called saigner, or to bleed, where they would allow the grape skin pigment to naturally just sort of soak into the liquid, and when that pigment is just about right, they'll pull them out, and you're left with a nice little pink hue. Or they will just add a little bit of wine from whatever red varietal they're using, probably Pinot Noir, to stain it that way. But either way, really cool stuff. I love rosé. I think it's a very elegant style with a lot of finesse and just really, really nice. Some of the most expensive champagnes and sparkling wines in the world are rosés.
Exactly. I hear a lot about it in higher end styles of life or songs of that nature as well.
Right.
This might be a silly question, but sparkling wine and sparkling juice, more of, when I was younger, parents would drink champagne at midnight, and I'd have a little sparkling grape juice.
Sure.
Any authenticity to that, as far as, or is that just Welch is making their sparkling version?
There's not going to be any fermentation happening. Otherwise, there's alcohol in there, and your parents probably wouldn't give that to you. So they're using what you'd call a Charmat method, or a tank method, where CO2 is actually being forced into the liquid instead of the naturally occurring traditional method.
Right.
Method champenoise, the French call it.
So it's the holiday season still, obviously. Do you have any beers that might go well with the holiday season?
Oh yeah, I mean, Christmas isn't complete. We've got a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, that is beer, huh?
The 41st bottling of Anchor Steam's Christmas Ale. One of my favorites. The brew slightly changes year to year. I've not had the 15 yet, but I'm sure it's as good as it always is. It's generally got a little bit of holiday spice to it. Really festive, really fun. Not to mention holiday spirit under that bottle as well. Absolutely. This is Great Lakes Brewing out of Cleveland, Ohio. Their Christmas Ale, one of the most sought after Christmas beers that I get. This is normally gone well before Thanksgiving, let alone Christmas. We just got another little shipment in, so we have some to sell. So get it while you still can. Get it while you can, yeah. Think cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, spice, really just festive and fun. Gets you going. Definitely. And then one of my favorite breweries in the world, St. Bernardus,
Where is this?
This is from Belgium. This is an Abbey Ale. So produced in a style that would be normally brewed by monks. And this is their variety box that we get, throughout the year at certain times. Just got another shipment of these in. 6 really cool beers in this box here. And these beers, most of them will age for a long time, just like a fine wine. So what a great gift, right?
Oh, it's perfect. And you got your mixed selection here.
Yeah.
For sale.
Exactly.
So you can test out every different style that they offer. That's really cool.
You got it.
What's your personal favorite of the mixed selection?
I like the 12 myself. I like the big boy.
Oh yeah, you like the strong backbone beer.
They do a great Christmas ale as well, but in this pack I like the 12.
So what all do they offer in this pack here?
There's what they call the 6, the 12, the triple, the Vit, and the 8.
Oh,
so
that's
all different traditional styles of Belgian beer.
Okay.
The 8's a double. It's kind of roasty, figgy, caramely rich, and
So,
dark in color.
As
Slightly
the number
sweet.
goes up, does that mean the strength and alcohol content may go up as well?
Yeah, the alcohol will go up with that, but they are very different beers.
Okay.
The 12 is a little bit lighter, but more alcohol, more spicy, more clovey. You get more of those banana kind of esters. They're really, really great stuff.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Ted, this is a pretty impressive lineup that you have. I'm definitely going to stop by Vincent Joe's on the way to my holiday party and definitely pick out maybe a little bit of everything.
Yeah, bring some holiday cheer along with you. Get the party started the right way, right?
Might as well. That's the way everyone knows around here to get the party started. Thanks again for another great episode of Cin Cin at Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market with award-winning sommelier Ted Ross. Cin Cin.
Chin chin.